In this class, we are going to discuss about the BJT characteristics completely here. So when you come to BJT characteristics, the BJTs are classified into two types are there. So that is, one is NPN transistor and another is PNP transistor. So when you observe here, for NPN transistor, the current in this arrow mark indicates the current going outside. So in PNP transistor, the current coming to inside. So this is the two different symbols for NPN transistor and PNP transistor. So for NPN transistor, three pins are there, that is emitter pin, base pin, collector pin. So these are the very important points: emitter, base, collector. Now see here, this is a closed circuit for the NPN transistor. So here NP means that is emitter and base will be forward bias and base and collector must be reverse bias. So here PNP transistor also emitter and base will be forward bias and base and collector is reverse bias. So here forward bias means, so for p-type material power supply is connected, and for n-type material negative supply is connected. So here for n-type material positive is connected, for p-type negative is connected. So this is in reverse bias and this is the forward bias. So these are the two closed circuits for NPN and PNP transistors. Now what is the emitter, base and collector? So these are the three sections and three regions are there in the BJT. In a transistor, there are three regions are there, that is emitter region and base region, collector region. So this emitter region is made up of heavily doped material, and collector is a medium doped material, and base is a lightly doped material. Now see here, now this is the NPN transistor. So in the NPN transistor, emitter is a n-type material. So n-type material is a heavily doped in the NPN transistor. So heavily doped means, so it consists of high electrons. Okay. So when come to PNP transistor, here p-type is a emitter. Okay. So it consists of more holes are there. So heavily doped means it consists of more holes. It consists of more electrons. Now base means it is a lightly doped and collector is a medium doped. Now how the working function? The working function of emitter, base and collector. So from the collector, the heavily doped consists of majority carriers. So maybe that majority carriers are electrons in NPN transistor, or in PNP transistor the majority carriers are holes. So these majority carriers will move from emitter to base and base to collector. So this collector is medium doped, but the area is very large. Why the area of collector is made very large means for dissipation of heat. So there is a large amount of heat with dissipation at this place. For that, it was provided with a large area of dissipated the heat. So this is heavily doped, lightly doped and medium doped, but this collector region will be the large area for the dissipation of heat purpose. In this BJT configuration, we are going to study how to connect the input and output for the BJT components. So then how many possibilities are there? So there are three possibilities are there. Based upon the emitter, base, collector, we have three BJT configurations are there. So the first one is the CB configuration and CE configuration and CC configuration. So in this, what is the input mode and what is the output mode? So here input mode is the emitter and output is collector. So the base is the common mode, and in CE the input is base, output is collector, and emitter is the common mode. So and in CC, base is the input and emitter is the output mode. So where collector is the common mode for transistors. So these are the three configuration possible in BJT configuration. Now we are going to discuss one by one configuration. So first we are going to discuss about the common base configuration. See here, this is the common base configuration. So in the common base configuration, emitter was given to input signal and at collector output was collected, and base is the common mode for the given CB configuration. So here I am going to use the PNP transistor here. Okay. So this is the emitter current was entering to emitter. Okay. At this node, this total current was divided into two parts. That is, one is collector current and another is base current. So it was mathematically represented as emitter current equal to base current plus collector current. Due to the non-ideal of transistor, some leakage will be there. Okay, practically there is leakage is there. So that is plus ICBO. So collected base leakage current, but it is very small and taken as negligible. So that equal to emitter current equal to base current plus collector current. In this configuration, the IC is the output current and emitter current is the input current. So output current by input current, it is called as the current amplification factor. So in CB mode, it is called as the current amplification factor, that is represented with alpha. That's equal to IC by IE. So collector current by emitter current, that's equal to alpha. So from this equation, I am getting it the collector current. So that is equal to IC equal to alpha into IE, but due to the transistor is not ideal, some leakage current is there. So that is plus ICBO. So this is the collector based leakage current. So this is the collector current equation in terms of emitter current and current amplification factor. So this is a very important equations. So the problems will going to ask from these two formulas. Okay. This is the CE configuration. Okay. So in this circuit, this I have also used PNP transistor here. So emitter is grounded here. So in CE configuration, emitter is grounded and base is given to input signal and output is collected at collector. Okay. So here output current is IC and input current is IB. Okay. So here output current by input current, that is IC by IB. Here it is called as beta. So it is called as base current amplification factor. So we know that current amplification factor is alpha. So what is the relation between alpha and beta means? So alpha equal to beta divided by 1 plus beta. So this is the relation between alpha and beta. So the beta value will be ranges from 20 to 100. So generally it is ranges from 20 to 100. So this is the beta range. So this configuration is used when appreciable current gain as well as a voltage gain is required. So here from this I am going to get the collector current. So that will becomes IC equal to beta into IB. But due to it is not ideal, so there is a leakage current is there at the collector and emitter, that is ICEO, collector to emitter leakage current. So plus ICEO. So this collector emitter leakage current can be converted in terms of collector to base leakage current as IC equal to beta into IB plus 1 plus beta into ICBO. So here I am going to relate this ICEO in terms of 1 plus beta into ICBO. So collector emitter leakage current to collector to base leakage current generation. So that is ICEO equal to 1 plus beta into ICBO. So this is the collector emitter leakage current to collector base leakage current relation in terms of beta. So this is also one of the important equation for solving the problems. This is the common collector configuration here. So I am going to here also PNP transistor. So here collector is grounded, means common here, and for the base the input signal is given and output is collected at emitter. So here output current by input current, it is defined as current amplification factor. Here it is a gamma. So that is gamma equal to output current IE by input current, that is IB here. So from this we will get emitter current equal to gamma into base current. So but we know that the relation between gamma, beta and alpha, so that is gamma can be represented as equal to 1 plus beta, that's equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha. So here I am going to replace gamma in terms of beta. So then we will get emitter current equal to 1 plus beta into base current. So this is the relation between currents in the common collector configuration.